Welcome to Bound and Bookmarked, the podcast where we dive headfirst into the wild, wicked world of dark romance. There's no judgments, just vibes, spice, and a whole lot of what the actual hell did I just read. I'm your host, Summer, and thank you for joining us for our very first episode. We're going to be here talking about stories that make your heart race, your cheeks flush, and your moral compass spin like a drunk top. Today we're kicking off this wild ride with a duet that's been living rent-free in my brain for weeks. The Dead Man Walking Duet by Suzanne Valenti and Carolyn Peckham. If you've been scrolling on TikTok or lurking in the reverse harem subreddit like I do sometimes, you've probably heard the hype, and trust me, it's earned. This duet, The Death Club and Society of Psychos, clocks in at nearly 1,000 pages of pure anarchy, and I devoured it like it was my last meal on death row. This review is spoiler-free, of course, because I don't want to be the villain who ruins your read. Grab your comfiest blanket, maybe a glass of wine or whiskey, no shade, and let's chat about why this duet is the chaotic bestie you never knew you needed. As with nearly all dark romance novels, this book does have mature themes that may not be for everyone. If you're sensitive to certain triggers, please check the trigger warnings before reading. Alright, real talk. I picked this up on a total whim. This was my first time exploring a work by these authors. Yes, I haven't read Zodiac Academy, sue me. And I didn't realize that this duet was part of a larger universe by them until I was nearly halfway through the Death Club. Some fans of these authors may know that the United States of Anarchy, the world that the Dead Man Walking Duet takes place in, tie into some of their other works like the Harlequin Crew and the Brutal Boys of Everlake Prep, the latter of which I'm really excited to try, by the way. But don't worry if you're as new to this world as I was. This duet stands alone like a boss. The Death Club drops us right into the thick of it with Brooklyn, a girl who goes through the ringer. I mean, she's kidnapped, sold multiple times, and now she's basically crashing in a serial killer's basement. Brooklyn's got this stream of consciousness vibe in her chapters that's like eavesdropping on your most unfiltered friend. It's hilarious, it's dark, and she has absolutely no filter. She's out here saying the devil is her boyfriend and calling out Santa for being a total dick. Relatable? In the most twisted way? Yes. Now let's get into the meat without spoiling the madness. This duet's got all the dark romance tropes you crave. Enemies to lovers with a simmering slow burn, a captive setup that's equal parts tense and steamy, vengeance plots, and even rarer, a reverse harem dynamic where the guys aren't already allies from the jump. No, they start as true enemies, and watching that shift is like nothing else. There's Niall, the serial killer, Mateo, the man locked in his basement, and Jack, the silent but devoted man from Brooklyn's past. What I love most was the humor cutting through the grit. Like, amid all of the graphic violence and obsession-fueled tension, there's this laugh-out-loud energy that keeps it from tipping into total despair. The world feels alive, dangerous, and oddly inviting, like crashing a party that you weren't sure you belonged at, but now you can't leave. But hey, I'm not here to sugarcoat. Nothing's perfect, right? The first book sets up a ton, which makes it feel a little heavy on the wait for book 2 energy. Romance takes its sweet time blooming, so if you're looking for something hot and heavy from the get-go, this is not your speed. And the love interests get uneven spotlight early on, so it can feel a little lopsided for a reverse harem. Once you get into it though, things do start to balance out, and before you know it, you'll have burned through all 1,000 pages like nothing. Honestly, I started this on a rainy Tuesday thinking I'd knock out a chapter before bed. Famous last words, right? Next thing I know, it's 3 a.m. and Brooklyn's chaos has spoken to that messy part of me that loves a good revenge arc. You know, the one where the underdog flips the script and owns the room. And the chemistry is electric. Slow burn tension that builds until you're yelling at the pages. The spice? Solid 4 out of 5. Hot, but definitely earned through all of that emotional wreckage. Since I primarily read dark romance, and not all dark romance novels are the same, I also like to evaluate using a darkness meter. Like the spice meter, it also runs 1 to 5, and if you want details on my evaluation criteria, check out boundandbookmark.com. For the Dead Man Walking Duet, I would definitely give it around 3 on a 5 scale because it is a little intense, but it's well balanced, and I've definitely read darker material. As an overall rating, I'd give this duet 4 stars easy. If you're into dark romance novels that don't skimp on the laughs or the loyalty, this is your next obsession. If you're a fan of the Cursed Legacy series, you'll eat this up. It's got that bonding over murder energy because nothing says love like shared psychopathy, am I right? And that's it for our first episode. Feel free to hit me up in the comments or send me a message. Who's your favorite from the duet? Do you prefer Niall's crazy, Mateo's intensity, Jack's mystery, or Brooklyn stealing the whole show like she was born for it? And if you haven't grabbed it yet, links are in the show notes. The Death Club dropped in 2021 and it's got over 1,000 reviews, averaging that can't put it down glow. Thanks for hanging out with me on Bound and Bookmarked. Feel free to subscribe, rate us 5 stars if you're feeling generous. And if you want to read more from us, check out our blog at boundandbookmark.com. Until next time, keep reading wild and stay unapologetically you.